Crap. Now they well, better now than never. For the moment. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's the internet. Anything is possible, but the fact that connections to their website show the same phenomenon, and the trace routes don't show it going outside their network, and the fact that we had a couple of days where the physical connection was down, leans it toward the probability that it's them. In my 2 cents. I mean, maybe I'm wrong on that. It's possible. It's hard to know for certain, but yeah, that's the actual root cause. We're in the middle of freaking nowhere. And no guarantee it'll fix it. You're talking about Starlink, right? Right. What, were you muted?
Okay, I just noticed that for the past several minutes, my voice was not even getting picked up.
The classic mute problem.
OBS had my mic selected. OBS had my mic selected, but it wasn't registering anything. So everything I just said just went into the ether.
The void.
Into the void. When you stare into the void, the void stares back.
Wondering who's talking to him and why.
All right. Basically.
Take two.
Basically, I'm Mike TheZorch, and we're with Tygra and Dave. Say hi, Dave. You already said hi before.
Yep, hello.
And we're continuing the adventure of Final Fantasy XIV, playing the game while he watches on Discord. He watches Tygra's stream, and he can't play the game anymore. So we're showing him the story that he never got to see, doing a recap of the first 2 expansions before the ones he didn't get to play, of Heaven's Word and Stormblood. But he didn't get to play Shadowbringers or Endwalker. So we're recapping the story for him because we ran into some stuff that he didn't remember happening. So there's a few things that he probably doesn't remember that we're going to run into. Also, what I said in the ether before is our ISP is sort of wetting the bed right now, and so we're just gonna go with it. It's looking okay now. It's green. It's green bars now, but I just dropped the red.
Is it green? It's green.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get after them. There are alternatives. The thing is, we're grandfathered into a plan that we won't be able to get back if we switch.
There are reasons. Yeah, the plan is old.
Yeah, which means we would have to try another service with this one still active in order to see if we can.
In other words, it's not a cheap option to test out new connections.
It's not a cheap option. It's the reality of being. It's the reality of trying to find good internet in the boonies. We had another service. We had a DSL service through what was that one?
I don't even remember their name.
I forget the name.
They were absolute junk.
They were terrible. It was absolutely terrible, and we got rid of them. We had them as a backup, but they only worked like half the time.
The backup needed backup.
Yeah, the backup needed backup. Because apparently we are on. So we are like on the farthest edge of where the
maybe think of the
center can connect.
The farthest edge from, how was it he said it? That line from Luke Skywalker. If there's a bright center of the universe, if there's a bright center to the universe, you're on the planet that's farthest from.
Yeah,
that's where we're trying. That's where we're trying to get our internet at.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If you noticed, I've made some changes to the UI.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I've made some changes, moved some stuff around, and I got rid of that big bright thing covering the chat. That shrunk down as far as it can go. If it goes any smaller, it won't be covering the chat. There's a picture of me and Tygra in Limsa Lominsa. So that way it'd be a lot more viewable. Oh, another setting I haven't changed yet.
It was an observation from. It's from an observation from yesterday that the UI was a little busy and it was hard to see the action. There were so many nameplates and other things covering the scene that you couldn't see the detail for all the UI stuff. I'm like, people here to see the stuff, not all the nameplates.
There. And he's running around. What? You know what? I need to be able to see where you're at.
Oh, I'm right here. Somewhere.
Okay.
Am I visible?
Alrighty then. When we last left off, we had beaten Leviathan, and then on our way back, we sort of ran into Odin.
I almost forgot what else we were doing now that I think about it. 'Cause we were so busy. I got so distracted by what happened that I almost forgot what's going down.
Yeah, you were sort of in shock at what happened.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
You led the Free Company into battle against Odin, and you actually held your own.
Yeah, I was Well, we were just standing there. And I was like, we got to get started. And I don't know what came over me. I just like, all right, let's do this. And then I'm like, okay, we're in trouble. And then I'm tanking. I'm freaking tanking Odin. I don't like to tank. I'm not a good tank. I don't like to tank, but I'm tanking Odin, and I'm expecting to die like within any second, and somehow I wasn't. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep going until he kills me. I got my home point nearby, and then we win. And I'm just standing like, we won, and I'm looking back and I'm like, I'm just standing there like you know, this this weird kind of surreal moment. I got the crowd in front of me, and they're all just milling about, and I'm just standing there in my armor. I'm like, did I just do that? So it was a really weird experience. Not something I'm used to.
You're like Tony lying there and goes, "Oh, did we win? Please tell me no one kissed me."
Not quite that bad, but did we win? Yeah, it's like, well, we didn't win, and yeah, you just led the raid on Odin. I'm like, okay, that happened. So yeah,
I was expecting that. Go on.
Right,
Go on,
Dave?
Didn't you also face that Chimera fate in the northern?
Well, that I expected to be, or at least we would have been able to handle him. He wasn't worrying. It was Odin who I've died countless times to.
Mm-hmm.
When we first arrived, I switched to summoner because I extended to stay as far back as I could, and then blast him from afar. That was my original intent. That is not what happened. But that was I'm just like, yeah, my summoner. I'm going to stand as far back as I can, stay out of range, stay out of being murderized, and I was concerned with how few people were there. And I also was surprised it was capped at 70, but I'm not much more above that, so I expected my chances to be slim.
Yeah.
I guess it was enough to make the difference, I guess.
Huh.
I just did everything I could, and we won.
Yeah.
So I was just, yeah, it was pretty surreal to me. Not what I'm used to.
The thing is, we're old-time Final Fantasy XIV veterans, and we remember Odin as being this really, really tough challenge.
I have been in sessions with him, just watching the dead bodies going. It's like being in that opening scene of the first Lord of the Rings, and you got Sauron just whoosh, whoosh, back and forth, and everyone's just flying out dead, and it's like that's what it was like back then.
Yes.
He's just
bodies
swinging his
everywhere.
big axe. You just see people dying left and right, and so that was kind of what was in my mind last night. I'm like, so it was just sort of like.
And if you don't kill him in time, he does this one move with his sword that just wipes the whole field.
Yeah, he will. And he started to do that last night, but we took him down quick enough. He didn't even get as far as I was afraid he was going to get. I have seen that so tight, where it's like you're just watching his bar go down and that bar fill up, and you're like, "Oh, I think everyone's about to die." Sometimes it's happened, sometimes it didn't. But we made it last night.
All right.
I actually made it.
Okay, so there was a riot here in...
Oh, that's right. We were coming here to see if Alpha Nut had finally kicked the bucket, and he's still standing here.
Yeah, Alpha Nerd's still around.
Alpha Nerd is still around. He made it. So we survived Odin. He survived a riot. So
yeah,
there's some political machinations going on behind the scenes of some sort.
Yep.
I have learned that with what we said earlier with Dave. Dave knows far less. Dave remembers far less than I had thought. So in some ways, Dave, even though he kind of got the overarching story, but a lot of the details he's missing. And I was in one of my other characters where I had a old free company that's defunct. His character's still there. That character had not been logged into in almost a year and a half. That's how long it's since he's been on that character. That was his main character over a year and a half ago, which is not much long after all this mess with him in there started. And I know it's been a long time before that he even did parts of the story. So it's been a very long time since he's seen any of this, hadn't it, Dave?
Yes, it has.
Yeah, and so trying to remember some of these details, the fact that he's forgot would not be unexpected. Even I would have trouble remembering. Even I've forgotten pieces of this since then. So there's a lot of oh yeah, there's that part. So it's almost new. So this really is kind of almost a quasi first time reaction.
Yeah.
And sometimes they changed the story from back then to.
Oh
from
yeah,
here
that's
bit.
right. He saw it when it was longer. He hasn't seen it since they've shortened it. So this kind of is a sort of 80% first time reaction, I guess. So yeah, it's all different now. All right. Well, I'm on New Game Plus.
Okay.
I think I'm ready. So you ready to talk to Alpha Nerd here?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get the show on the road.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You fixing to let the free company know?
I gotta get a new mouse. The button on the
your mouse.
left side, the plastic has snapped off. There's a crack. Yeah, there's a crack, and
Ooh.
so there's like an extra button on the side. There's like an extra little trigger button next to the left mouse button, and I've got that set to the left mouse button. I keep forgetting and clicking that, which lets me switch Windows. All right. Desperate times. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur, given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may have begun spontaneously, or may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Raban has to say upon the matter. Alrighty then.
Voice? Nope. I think you had Raban.
Now is not a good time, Lieutenant Shirai. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. That's why I'm standing out here in the middle of this room, just doing nothing. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Alphanod, back on your feet already? You may credit my swift recovery to your Cherugians.
Just a flesh wound.
My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation. Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine, given the majority of the refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with buckets, not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the Undan citizenry and the refugee population has increased since the dolmens were turned away. But would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single jill to spend? Who would not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait.
He said, shut up, Wesley Mood.
Yeah. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. But I think he knows. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The general is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim without the necessary proof that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monitorists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Momo. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request for such information, but I have no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we?
Good.
All right. You look as though you have something to say, Lieutenant Shirai, do you?
Beat me to it.
What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual, even one with ties to the flames, may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activities in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Okay.
Well, the idea is they have lost hope, so I guess that's a good space as any, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Alphanut was in a "shut up, Wesley" mood.
That's a camp where the really shunned outcasts live.
They're the outcast of the outcasts.
Yeah. People who have
Raban
absolutely nothing
really
left
just
to lose.
blew Alpha Nerd off pretty hard there.
Yeah. But I think he realizes Alphanot is right.
He knows he's right. That's why he was trying to get away from the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his suspicion. Even if he doesn't know himself exactly who's causing it, he knows something's up. Bit of info that I think is generally known is Raban is Alamegan.
Yeah.
Himself. He is Alamegan. He's from Alamega.
So this is doubly smart.
This is personal for him.
Yeah.
But he's got to be very, very careful.
Yeah.
And Alpha running up to him like that and just opening his mouth like that. He's like, dude, I know all this. Shut up and go away. I've got this.
Okay, here's Lost Hope.
Yeah, you meet these guys in the 2.0 storyline, but
Yeah.
that's way back.
Yeah. I think there's a fate where you collect like cactus flesh.
That was the one I think we passed on the way in. I didn't expect them to.
You can eat cactus. Some cactus are edible.
I didn't expect them to send you, Tygra. I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that
Popped to the wrong one.
Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He will explain everything. You gonna talk to this one?
Yeah, I talked to the wrong one.
And what brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well then, you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees? Oh no. You won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept the situation, are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like the merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow? I guess that's the word. I know what it means. I know the word, but I can't.
Gregarious.
Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. So they've been visited and nobody read his report.
Okay.
Where are we headed?
Oh, wait a minute. Inside the cave.
Yeah, it's back here.
Yeah.
Now, these are the folks who've just given up.
Yeah.
Zazawaka. Sounds like a Wookiee name. Zazawookie. Don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. Wait, I know your face. Are you not the man from the Church of Saint Adama Dondama? 1,000 pardons, my friend. I mistook you for one of the thugs who have been tormenting us. If Leverick bids you speak with me, then I take it you agreed to help. 12 be praised for that.
The opening is completely different for me.
Oh?
Yeah, it said, part of it was said, please, I'm not one of them. And it goes, oh, you're with the flames. Oh, but you're not with the flames? Or something like that.
Yeah, I said I'm from the Church of Saint Abdema Landama. I was surprised at that. I'm like, how does that make any sense to me?
Yeah.
But that's what it said. If Leverick bid you speak with me, then I take it you agreed to help. XII be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under their fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but excuse me, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Oh, excuse me. Look behind yonder tent, and you will understand why. Even now, he babbles incoherent. I gotta get a drink.
Okay.
I'm having trouble speaking. Give me one moment. Get a scrap or something. Wait. One moment. Having a technical issue here. Okay. From the top. Even now he babbles incoherently. So traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Sorry about that. I had a scratch in the back of my throat I couldn't get to.
Yeah. Well, his opening was, don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon? You're of the flames, but you're not with the flames? I see. And then it goes, if Lothric, you speak with me, then I take it you're...
Okay, that's the same. The first line, don't hurt me, is the same.
Yeah.
If Lothric bids you speak with me, that's the same. But he said, wait, I know your face. Are you not the man from the Church of St. Andama Lamdama? 1,000 pardons, my friend. I mistook you for one of the thugs who have been tormenting us. Why are those different like that? Why am I referred to as someone from the Church of St. Andama Lama?
Well, my character is with the Immortal Flames.
Wait.
I think. Let me see. Hold on.
I'm a flame. I'm a flame captain, in fact.
Could it be a possibility that there may be a quest related that give a cause a different outcome?
I don't know.
Something's different somewhere, because that's a pretty significant difference between us. Mine's the weird one.
Yeah.
I know your face. Are you not the man from the Church of St. Andama Landamba? 1,000 pardons, my friend. I mistook you for one of the thugs who have been tormenting us. Those two lines are completely different between me and Mike, and I actually don't know why.
I don't know.
I mean, normally small changes like this are usually gender or race related. Like they'll talk to you as a Makote, or they'll talk to you like sometimes if you're a certain job, that dragoon versus just the other, or the gender are always the main differences. But this one's different enough that, yeah. And why am I just the man from Church of Saint Andama Lamnamba?
That I don't know.
Why.
A terrified refugee.
I don't know. That's interesting.
All right. Well, what are you doing? Don't draw. Don't draw. Why didn't you run away with me? You could have escaped. We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me. Be here to soothe me. Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? This is one of those.
Yeah. Let's see, where's that? QRS. Calm down, buddy. Calm down.
Yeah. Who are you? What do you want? It's true. I followed the merchant. and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When he asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into 2 groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and oh gods, the other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Yeah, somebody's deliberately starting a fight out here.
Liberty, yeah.
Shock and awe.
Really?
Yeah. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though, if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one woman. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Alrighty then.
Big cave south of Lost Hope, so I think it's this way.
That would be in here.
Seven hells! They found us! They found us! Everyone, grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. For that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. We're sending the whole troops out. Oh, well, that's good for them. Yeah, Peter Mac, it was nothing. The Almighty, what are we gonna do now? Dude, we eat gods for the afternoon lunch. Come on, you should have known you had no chance.
Nom 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 nom. Tastes like chicken.
At least until that all catches up to us and beats us to a pulp. Is he back in that? Yeah, he's back in that cave.
You return! Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh? But where else would he be unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others? Reap the whirlwind. The merchant wished to approach the refugees of Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him, convince him to cease this mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin.
The Merchant of Death this guy's kind of becoming.
Yep. Alright, let's go kick some ass.
Let's go make this merchant pay his debt.
Mm-hmm. Do you catch up? Towards Udall. Stone's Throw is that little settlement that's just outside the door.
I'm near the guy. Where are you?
It looked like at least 3 spots.
Oh.
Oh, wait, there's more than one? No, it's only... Search Stone Throw for the merchant. I'm
Okay.
at the merchant. Or somebody. Somebody
Okay.
here that I guess would know where the merchant's at. Cutscene. Have you seen my parents? They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Udall. The man said they were gonna change everything, make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry, I got scared. Say, mister, are you looking for someone? Merchant? Merchant?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do merchant. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Wait, look over there. I think that's him.
Well now,
Well,
which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? Um,
Um,
you, I, have we met this guy before?
he's getting away. Go get him, mister.
He apparently knew us.
Like doesn't went. He just basically looked at us, and just shit his britches.
Here we come. Here we come to ruin your day.
There he is.
Mr. Merchant. Hello. You got some splendid to do, man.
Spill it. Spill it. What's going on?
You again. What? Why are you pursuing me? Sedition, treason, revolution, that's preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorized the streets of Ulda? Huh? You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me.
Watch me.
For the sake of argument, let us say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I give a Kequin's arse about politics. It was business, only business. We both know I am not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything.
What's all this commotion? Seven hells! Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may be close. Well. Somebody's doing a cover-up.
Okay. You were... Yeah.
Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. Well, you see, officer, this man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it's obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. At least he recognized who we were and didn't immediately try to arrest us.
Mm-hmm.
Which you would have thought would have been the first thing to happen. Fame comes with perks, I guess. Okay, back to the Hall of Flames.
Alrighty then.
Some shady shit is afoot for sure.
Yep.
Somebody doing some shady shit. You know, in watching that cutscene, I now know who did it in terms of who took that shot. I've seen it. I've seen enough in the going down in the future to know who actually took that shot.
Ah.
Never knew for sure in the past, but actually know now. I'm not spilling any beans, mind you. I'll say it later, but I never knew who took that shot until now.
What news, Lieutenant Shirai? Where is the merchant?
Oh, he dead.
Murdered? Damn it all to the seventh hells. He was not simply murdered, Lieutenant. He was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize.
Really? Do tell.
Revolution. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries, as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alphanot has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew.
Huh?
Alright.
You know, one thing I think is the way that we've been doing this, even though we're kind of moving, I wouldn't say quickly, we are slower than I've ever done these before at a pace. Maybe because you're reading them. Just catching the details in ways of things I've never noticed before.
And we're not teleporting everywhere.
Yeah. Well, what I mean is, it's like everyone always hustling strip. Everyone always kind of bolts through this very quickly. Even I've done that in the past, where I've just sort of bolted through and just sort of almost skimmed read and never really caught some details. But we're not rushing, but we're not, going slow. But we're going at a pace that's like, okay, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Just noticing more detail than I've noticed in the past. Picking up on things I've never picked up on before. There was a lot more detail than I remember. We have been... yeah, I can't read him. We have been expecting you, sir. Please proceed inside. This one voice. Yep.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, Our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji. But he spoke in favor of the Domin's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Foreshadowing.
Some might even call it a battlefield. The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domins was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Pardon?
An Alagon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Alagon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why TheZorch yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
So even the Syndicate would
No
want this
time
guy
to
stopped.
lose. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
One thing surprised me at the opening of that a little bit. In the opening, it was the denial of the refugees that set them on that allowed him to set it off, saying that it was discrimination. Denial of the denial of the Domans.
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought it would have been to me, I look at that and I'm like, wouldn't it have been the acceptance of them that would have triggered it? that they're deliberately picking on the they're deliberately picking on the Alamegans. You know, they get the lowest priority even to other refugees.
Yeah.
That was kind of odd to me when I heard that, because I'm like, wait a minute. It says the Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. So that goes to a broader, Uldars are against all refugees, but that was kind of already the state.
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought they would have been more against it, but okay. Also, they know Telegi's the guy kind of causing their grief. That's kind of what they're spelling out here.
Yeah.
They know, kind of they have a pretty decent idea of what he's after and why he's doing it.
He's sort of doing things even the Syndicate would go.
But the Syndicate would have yeah. It's kind of amazing he's even gotten as far as he has without getting charged with treason. They've got this much. They probably just don't have any hard evidence that he's doing it. They know who's doing it. They know why he's doing it. They kind of have an idea how he's doing it. They just don't have any evidence in hand to throw it down and say, this is the evidence pile. Here it is. You're guilty. Because he's good at covering his tracks, apparently, I guess.
Yeah.
But letting him get a hold of Omega would be really, really bad.
Uh-huh. Alrighty then.
But he's the wimp of the vol. He's the wimp on the syndicates, and so he's overcompensating by being a maniacal madman. Alrighty then. You ready?
Stories we tell. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intended to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. You are, of course, the Scion best suited to this task, Lieutenant Shirai. Do take a moment to visit the Hall of Flames and make inquiries at the earliest available opportunity.
That was all different text.
Be gone, whelp. This is no place for children.
I'm sorry. I was looking for you, mister. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents.
Do you know this girl? So he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see.
Did you find the man? Were my parents with him?
They were not, I am afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together.
Really? You'll help me look, mister?
Of course, but first, I must needs finish speaking with my friend. She's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhaps you could wait for me by that pillar over there? We require but a moment.
Okay, mister. I'll be waiting.
I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an aether-starved Primal. Even dealing with an Ascian would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change.
Wasn't he... Tygra, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Reverend Twelveswood with all due haste. The situation in the Twelveswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive.
The Twelveswood? Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed. I have received no reports of Ixal activity, which leaves sylphs? Go, Momo. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I'm grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself.
Yeah, there was something different said back there in the middle of all that. Oops, hold on. Still got cutscene.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was disengaging. Okay. Hold on, let me see. What was that was said? It's near the beginning, before she walked up. That was inside the hall. Which seemed to be best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed regions. Fortunately, you are already well positioned to do so, Captain Khan. Pray keep us informed of any developments in Cartno. Okay. That was a little bit different than what they told you, but...
Yeah.
It's close enough. You know, wasn't it Alphanud that was kind of really pushing to get all this sorted out? Or am I just misremembering?
I think so.
He was the one who pushed her out of
Got her
Sands.
to leave Uolda.
But I guess it was her decision. Well, he was here when everything went nuts. He was in the middle of the first riot.
Yeah.
And that's what pulled us into all this. They want us to go all the way to the Rising Stones first. I think we'll head north straight, and then through that area, and then we'll head over. And we'll head over from there.
Go through northern Fenland?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, the other way is really long.
That's really long, and she's like, hurry, hurry, hurry. So I was like, okay, we'll take the shortcut. We'll head south from the other side. So there's no mystery as to who's doing what. Not really. It's just being able to prove the whole thing. To connect enough dots to bring him to justice. It's more complicated because he is a syndicate member and there's more restrictions on what they can do to him.
Mm-hmm.
The Sultanate just outright arresting and charging a syndicate member with treason would go badly.
Yeah.
If it was anybody else, they just arrest him for treason and be done with it. But him being protected as a syndicate member makes it complicated. It's a precedent they don't want.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think, Dave?
It would be turned against them at some point.
That they're attacking the syndicate directly.
Mm-hmm. And there's already enough people. And they've got enough enemies as it is.
Yeah.
And we're bound on the receiving end of a betrayal.
Yeah. He's a member
because
of the syndicate.
He wanted to attack a syndicate member.
Yeah.
What was that, Dave? I didn't quite pick it up.
All because, Ribbon gets injured all because he tries to attack a syndicate member.
Ah, okay. You would. That part's kind of hard to forget. That part's kind of hard to forget.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget some of the details, and that's kind of what I'm even listening at, the detail level. But some of it is kind of memorable.
Oh, it's not him, it's the other thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, we already took him down the other day anyway, so...
Yeah.
If it had been it, we'd already killed it once.
Actually, we didn't kill it. It ran out.
No, we did it again the second time. We already counted it the second time and already took it out.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
we got
remember
it.
We did or not.
Yeah, we got him.
It is foggy.
Yes, it is.
Very foggy.
Wow, this scenery looks very gloomy from here.
Yeah.
Very gloomy looking. It looks like some kind of weird moon rising up over the skyline over there.
You can see the little lightning sparks coming off of it because it's all corrupted crystal.
I know it's on the ground, but the way it looks like some kind of planetary body rising up behind the hill.
But it's aether that's bubbled up and solidified into crystal.
Yeah. It's actually on the ground, but it don't look like it in a way.
No.
That comes from playing No Man's Sky for too much to have that, making that kind of feeling. Planets being very large and looming in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright. Let's go see what everyone's gotten themselves into.
Yep. What's the emergency?
Well, y'all break this time.
Yep. Lucy, you got some explaining to do. Serpent Herald.
I'm talking to Manphilia.
I am come on behalf of the Elder Seed Seer to petition the aid of your order. Oh, the antecedent has been appraised of the situation.
Okay.
All right, Manphilia, what do you got to say?
Manphilia. It is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Tygra. The latest news from Ul'dah was most disturbing. Well, things have not been going that well lately.
No.
Clearly, the only injury Alphino suffered was to his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. The other scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you are ready to begin, I will summon them now. Lord of Levin.
Ah.
Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business then. I have received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the Primal Ramu.
I'm sorry. May have? Then it is not certain?
The Elder Seed Seer informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlands, however, display no signs of undue commotion.
Oh, wait a minute. I think you were reading him.
You were reading Limsa. I had
Oh, okay. Forgive me, antecedent, but the fact needs not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramu is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known, if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory.
The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, 'twould surely not have escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't, but I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon. You foresaw this eventuality and did not to prevent it? I told Papa Limo, I suppose. I could have reported things to Manphilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around their territory? They already summoned Ramu once right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came trampling through the forest.
And so long as Castrum Orient stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Yida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud that, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Ul'dah drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis like that the sylphs perceived this panicked migration as yet another invasion, and quickened their efforts to summon their god.
I am put to mind of Titan and the Kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for a Primal's coming.
Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Momo, through your dealings with the sylphs of Little Solus, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramu can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to break the cycle of primal summoning.
A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial. We would not have been. But maybe this time we can. Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nations most affected by Rabbi Ramu's presence. The Elder Seer has requested your personal involvement, Tygra. Pray report to Commander Helix at the Adder's Nest as soon as you are able. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow scions will, of course, lend you whatever support you require. Right, everyone left.
Alrighty then.
Alright, off to the Adder's Nest. Still is getting a little steamy there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you knew about this and didn't tell us? I'm getting cranky. Like, what did you expect? They're always doing this.
I expect her tail to be puffed up.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
She can get spicy sometimes. She's a little short-tempered.
Mm-hmm. Looks like our connection has stabilized.
That's good. It'll stay that way, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Well, that was the other thing I keep forgetting to say. All this talk about the reclamation bill and all that jazz, that's because in this patch, that's when they changed the PvP and they added that, I think it was called Frontlines?
Yeah.
And they added that to the game. That was to explain why all that could exist in game. That's what that was all about. That's actually what that was all about.
Basically war games.
War games, yeah, where you're basically, it's sort of a capture the control point sort of gameplay as PvP.
Yep.
And they were trying to give it some meaning in the lore, so that's how they did it. In fact, this guy right here would be the kind of guy you talk about to go play that stuff.
Yeah.
Frontline attendant right here.
Yep.
I think, yeah. I don't remember who was reading this.
Okay.
Might have been?
Mummo of the... I think it was me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Mummo of the Science, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a Primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The Elder Seedseer, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic rather than martial skills may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nofika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the Lotus Stand. The entrance must be in that tunnel that leads to the Lotus Stand entrance. There must be a hidden entrance or something in that tunnel that goes to the Conjurer's Guild.
Well, when you look at the map, it branches a different direction. It branches further south.
Huh.
If you look behind him, yeah, like if you come behind him, it's like there's like a rock right here. I guess the rock maybe is the security. They just make it disappear or some crap. I don't know. Maybe they use the force and move it out of the way. But it looks like that would be the path back there, though. So why they have a rock here, I don't know, and not just a spot where you can't go. I mean, maybe you're right, but it really looks like that's the way. I mean, he's standing in front of that, so I assume that.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. The other scions have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Because when you look behind us, it is a bit of a cave interest, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know, but there's nothing back here.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's just nothing.
It's a mystery.
Yeah. Don't ask those kind of questions. Okay, others are here. Do we want to read anybody else before we start?
Yes. Talk to Yastola.
Okay. I am most curious to hear how the Elder Seedseer means to treat with Lord Ramu. I'll talk to Ida, I guess, next.
Alright.
Whatever the Elder Seedseer is planning, I want you to know that I'll be right there by your side. And I'm sure Yastola won't be far behind, even if she does think everything is mankind's fault. Ooh, spicy. Okay. You get the other two.
It is said that once Ramu passes judgment, his wrath is implacable. 'Twould be best to conclude his discussion ere Gridania and its people be placed upon his scales.
Okay, You ready for Kanisena?
I see the sylphs have sent their own representative. There can be no doubt then. And then the sylph servant
It's voiced. Hold on, it's voiced.
was, "Oh, hello, walking one. It is good to see a friend or of older one."
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramuh is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the Primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other Primals you have encountered, Lord Ramuh is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelveswood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a Primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations. The Twelveswood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramuh himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
Oh.
You have my thanks. Pray make for Little Solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin.
Let me know when you're out.
An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelveswood that flinches at its coming. All the lands Veorzia shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
All right, I'm out.
Yeah, I realized they kicked us out when she was done talking. Okay. So where exactly are we headed? Okay, over there. We will head over to the boat, and we'll take the boat across.
Okay.
That'll put us mostly there.
The amphitheater. Oh, speaking of which,
Yes.
The next big event that's coming is the
Oh, it'll be the Halloween for sure.
that's the Halloween one. We're doing a Halloween stream for Gamers Bay on the 31st. Well, I'm doing one.
Now,
So
what are
that'll
you doing
be-
in that one?
That'll be on the Gamers Bay channel.
You know, we could do a little bit of this because that event will be active by then. We could open with that and then just have a short one of these that would mostly be about that event, and then once we're done, you can switch over to your regular one. Just toss it in there. I'm just throwing that out there as an idea.
Yeah, do the Halloween event and then switch over to whatever I was going to be doing.
Whatever else. Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of roll this into it and just have a short version of this that night, so you can. Because I think you do that to win.
Do from 7 to 10.
Oh, you still
Well,
okay?
actually 7 to midnight.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. That's why I was like, you'll have 2 more hours after. We wouldn't even go that long on this.
Yeah.
We would go long enough to do the event, and then we would end this one, or I would just disconnect, and then you just move on from there to all your other events, and then we would be under that title instead of this title.
Mm-hmm.
My home point's probably still here from the other day when we did that. Actually, that's going to be where that area is going to be kind of where we're going to be trumping through, where we had that big fight the other day.
Yeah. We took on Odin.
Mm-hmm. Bring back memories. Okay, we don't have to go all that far back immediately. Now, in the original launch of this patch, this section was very long. What we're about to do, but they sliced and diced it and still cut tomatoes and made it much smaller.
Yes.
Tygra of the Scions, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the Primal Ramu himself. An unenviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I have been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak. That we might ascertain the location of where the Lord of Lebanon might be found, I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. Okay, to show up. Levin and impression.
God damn it, Koji Fox.
Yeah. I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finished their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer. Okay, who reads the...
This one returns, and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching and have wisely identified the precise location where the touched one summoned Lord Ramu.
Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow Scions?
It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please come with this one.
Yeah, this is where it got crazy and long and running around, and none of that exists anymore. There was some comedy in it, some okay comedy in it, but that got thrown out. That baby got thrown out with the bathwater.
Yeah.
So the comedy's gone along with the... I think this is like the only step left. It's very brief. I mean, they've really sliced and diced it.
Oh, yeah. It's slice and dice.
Yeah, they really took a knife to this part. Oops. Yeah, that's a dead end.
It's easy to get lost back here.
Oh, yeah.
Wise ones have ventured deep within the Sylphlands. Well, these ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones.
Yeah, this was long. They had you scouring this place looking for them. And at the time, you were capped at 50, so all this stuff would still attack and jump you as you went.
Mm-hmm.
So this was really kind of daunting. So between being over the level and them cutting into it, this really got snipped.
This place back here is a maze.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
True.
Daily sneeze fit is coming on.
Well, if this was like it used to be, that would actually be quite appropriate, because they used to have you throwing... You used to be throwing like some kind of mist powder on all the scions and stuff.
Yeah.
And doing a bunch of other strange things where you're tossing stuff and they're hiding out and all this other jazz.
It stopped. All right.
It's because they cut all the dust out.
This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramu, and this one may turn mean and nasty like touched ones. And so this one must say farewell for now. Walking One will find wise ones not far from here, to the south. Go in safety, Walking One.
Yeah, they really cut it out.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, okay, go here. All the running around is gone.
Oh, wait a minute. This way.
I think Edith still refers to it a little bit. Let me see. So, Thancred is Thancred, Papa Lima was Papa Lima, Yustola is Yustola, and you were you, right? Well, that's easy enough to remember. This one's name is Ida, in case Walking One was wondering. Joke, I'm joking. Yeah, okay, they really cut it out.
Oh yeah.
This is the very end of that long detrited stuff. And we would have actually probably ran out of time tonight doing it too. It was long. See, their dialogue is all that remains.
All right, Thancred, or you can do your Stola next.
Don't ask. Suffice to say that we had something of a situation here. Yes, you did.
There you are. It is you, isn't it?
Yeah, there was a bunch of powders that did a bunch of character thingamabobs.
Switching around.
Yeah, there was a bunch of that going on. So they just cut the whole sequence out. Edith's the only
All right, yeah.
But
So it's actually you? Goes, I'm relieved. For a moment, I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded sylph tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics, it's a wonder I was able to finish making my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on your Stola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up.
That's quite enough, Papalimo.
My apologies. It's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, as I was saying, I have finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and I am pleased to say I have reached an indisputable conclusion.
You're in the middle of a fate.
That Ramu was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Erythrite. Come, Momo, the Lord of Levin awaits.
I couldn't help that. It was just like right in the middle of that pops. Back in the day, this was a mess.
Oh yeah. Every inch you would be fighting.
So cut this up. Wow.
Every inch you would be fighting through here.
Yeah.
And as you said, there was a lot of content that got cut.
A lot of stuff missing. Yeah, that was huge. If you were in a hurry and just kind of took it slowly, there was some humor in it that was pretty good. But if you're just trying to get past it, it was a disaster. I never gave them voices.
Thine order betrays thee, servant of hiding. Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs? Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest naught for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude, yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Gridanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflict hath brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking? Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges, that they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye, but there is something more in thee. Very well. I shall consider thy proposal, shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment. Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
It can be hard, now accessible.
Yep. A striking tree.
Orion Jace. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see.
All right. I'll go as Sage.
I'm gonna stay back and shoot things like I always do.
Yeah.
So you ready?
Yep. Oh, there's somebody here. Somebody here tuning to it for the first time.
Yeah. Are they doing it for normal mode or hard mode? I wonder.
I don't know.
Oh.
Actually, you don't have to attune to it for hard mode. That's where we're.
No, we already are attuned. You have to attune to it again for extreme.
Yeah.
We're already attuned from our previous round. But to attune to it again like he did means he's attuning to it for hard mode.
Yeah. Here we go.
Well, no, for sure, because if he signed up, he would be in this.
Yep.
I'm gonna set for party mode.
Party mode.
Yep.
Come on.
One sleepy DPS.
Always the sleepy DPS.
I do not remember all the funky mechanics involved in this.
Alright, we're gonna get blasted here.
You got two dead people. Ah, somebody didn't run far enough from me. I forgot how to get rid of that mechanic. Ouch. Healing right now. There we go. Alright, well, that's all the thing.
Alrighty then.
Any chests or anything.
I got a player commendation.
Yeah, so did I, surprisingly.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light. And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Assyrians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
I'm out. Okay, that'll be that here. That is wrong way.
Where's the way out? Oh.
You with me?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm with you. Oh, Ramu is not like other primals. He's not out to
No.
like...
If Urianger had had his way, he'd have been just sitting there talking with them all afternoon.
Oh, yeah. The Assyrians weren't responsible for his summoning.
Well, they might have learned how to do it from them in the past, but they, the Sylphs still wanted him there.
Yeah.
But they would have wanted it anyway.
Theirs was a desire to protect the forest.
Yeah. That desire is what's important.
Yeah.
But that's twice the forest. That's twice now that we've encountered forest beings trying to protect the forest and making primals that are not rage monsters.
Yeah. We passed it up.
Oh.
Super Lieutenant. Okay.
That's the one that's the one I was doing earlier.
Yeah.
Tygra, you have returned. Dare I ask, have Ramu received your visit? He was a shocking experience. He challenged you to a test of arms. It is well, then, that you have You have had some experience in such matters. The people of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the forest champion of peace. You have performed a monumental duty this day, Tygra. The Elder Seed Seer must be informed of your deeds at once. That's what I figured we were headed. What little gods are made of. The Elder Seed Seer will wish to hear your experience firsthand. Pray return to Gridania and make direct to the Lotus Den. The Conjurer at Nuffica's altar will be expecting you. Fare you well, Tygra.
Alright then.
Wrong one.
That's our long range.
I have to hit that
cross-country one.
button. I have to hit that button twice to get to the other panel, so it was a foobar on my part.
Foobar.
Somebody in the free company finished all relics. Yeah, which relics?
How does
How
one
many
kill
relics?
that which
There's a
has
lot
no
of
life?
I was gonna say that's a lot. If you say all relics, does that mean all relics?
How does one kill that which has no life?
Because all relics can mean all relics, and that's a task.
Yes, we've been watching Cider's Fighter. That is a task. That is a major task.
Especially the original Realm, these 2.0 Realm Reborn ones. It was busy work back in the day, and it's still busy work.
Thing is, most of those weapons are now obsolete.
All those weapons are now obsolete.
Yeah. They're
Except
just
for
glamour now.
Glamour or just the ability to say you did it.
Yeah.
They don't even have a special reward for doing them all.
Oh, they should do that.
They need an achievement for getting all of them.
Mm-hmm. A special mount or something.
Something. I think I took a wrong turn. Oh, did I?
We're going the back way.
Yeah. We'll be fine.
Oh, there's your Stola's sister. Yamitra.
South. I did take the long way. Oh well. Given all the other long ways we've been going, I guess it's kind of funny to quip about it. Silent Conjurer, the guy who has no name. Or gal has no name. Well, if she's silent, she's talking. Welcome back, Honored Scion. We who knew of your mission have been most anxious to see you return. The Elder Seer awaits you within. Okay. Weezy here. Weezy back. Mee's back!
Yep.
Okay.
Me's
we want
back, Eddie.
You want to talk to everyone again?
Yeah. Start with your Stola.
Oh, I'm talking to Ida. Sorry.
Oh.
You should have seen Maxo when we got back to Little Solace. Grateful is an understatement. I thought he was going to shake Papalimo's hand off. And then, Stola. It seems that Ida's appraisal of the situation held some merit after all. Mayhap I should not have been so swift to discount her intuition. And then,
Papalimo.
the rest, yeah.
The hero of the hour. Let us not keep the Elder Seer waiting.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Thancred. I fancy my presence was more helpful than hindrance during our troubles with Leviathan. But this time around, well, even I have my off days.
Okay. I think that's everybody.
All right.
Johnny Sena.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell?
Did
Ramuh made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartanel, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth. Lord Ramuh has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
Okay, who you gonna talk to first?
Looks like they're saying the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all the same.
All right.
I'll just pick it in real quick.
Papa Limo. Thus ends another daunting mission, eh, Momo? I'd hoped Lord Ramuh could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the Primal's sudden challenge. And it seems that Urianger too was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Momo? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day? Alrighty then. More travel.
Yippers!
On the road again. Heading for the Rising Stones again. Oh yeah. Got beat up a little bit.
On our way out.
Okay.
Oops. I'll just go this way then.
I get lost out here so easy.
I zigged when I should have zagged. That turn back at Albuquerque, you know. Do modern kids even know what Bugs Bunny even is?
Oh.
Okay. Buzzing.
Woody Woodpecker. Popeye.
Yeah.
Deputy Dog.
All right, now you're getting even before me. You're aging yourself now.
Yeah, Longhorn, Foghorn.
Oh, yeah.
No, that one I know. Noise! Too much damn noise! Why's everyone making all this noise?
Oh, Tweety and Sylvester.
I thought I saw a bunny cat. I did.
Popeye.
Yeah, I mentioned Popeye. Oh, even before that, Betty Boop.
Okay, that's getting back to ancient times.
And
I remember I remember the legends of a Betty Boop spoken of by the ancients.
Felix the cat.
Or Top Cat.
Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse to save the day.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I remember another one called Underdog.
Yes, Underdog. And then
Oh,
and Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh God, yeah.
So the Rocky and Bullwinkle were the South Park of the 60s.
Kind of, yeah. A little bit.
I think they were in competition with Boris and I forget the other one.
Yes.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. God.
Alrighty.
Okay, talking to Minfilia. Welcome back, Tygra. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramu precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Urianjay's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together. I think this is voiced.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone is ready, let us begin. Urianger, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the Waking Sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
Go time.
Mm-hmm.
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
The Lord of Levin is returned to the Aether, as it was Leviathan before him. Oh wait, I guess it should look weird. I was reading Nabriala's.
Okay.
Ramu's acquiescence was most intriguing. Okay, I don't know who this is.
Goes. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, Levin, all have now been humbled by the bringer of light. The limitless potential of man, Heidelin's servant, grows mightier by the day.
They've never reintroduced some of these.
Yeah. Yet she prospers at great cost to her mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wane. Yet even as it enervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key.
And that is the task we bend our every effort. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field. and by their eager hand shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. I think that's the end of 2.3.
Mm-hmm. Of course, there's one Ascian that we haven't been introduced to yet.
Mm-hmm. There's a key member of that group missing.
Yep.
But the thing is, that gets me, is there are members of that group I don't think we've ever seen since.
No.
I think there are those that are in that chamber that we have never seen. We like Ultima. Let's see, what was the other? There's a couple. Ultima. Have we ever seen?
Yeah.
All the
They
different
were
side quests.
all the members of the convocation, but they're not. They're not.
Emerloth and Ultima
Unsundered.
are the ones. Yeah. Well, that's gonna be something Dave would know about right now.
Yeah.
Ignium is we see her later. Nabrialis, we see him a little pretty soon. Emerloth and Ultima. Or is Ultima part of what goes on another place? Emerloth, I don't know about him either. Those two I'm not familiar with. We've definitely missed some story. We gotta catch up on all these missing story beats.
Oh yeah.
We got a lot of story to do. All right. It is 9:44. Do you want to just keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. Guardians of Eorzea. Here we go. Tigger, why do you keep doing that, kitty? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What? Okay.
You were reading Minfilia?
Yeah. I was just dealing with a cat who's trying to tear my arm off over here. As usual.
Cat being insistent on wanting attention?
Yes. I think
Yes,
she's
they
scratching.
tend to do that a lot.
She's wanting scratching. She's after here. Scratch. Hey, right here. Right here. Ah. She flopped over. Now the matter of Ramuh has, for the present, been put to rest. There was something I would show you, Tygra. It's a letter of thanks, signed by the leader of the Eorzean Alliance, by the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance, acknowledging the Scion's tireless service to the realm. It mentions, in particular, the names of all the defeated primals: Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Good King Magomog the 12th, Leviathan, and now Ramuh. Needless to say, there was only one among our number that had faced them all. And though these words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel that they were meant for you above all others. I too must offer my heartfelt thanks for all that you have done in the course of your duties. You have never once failed to answer my call to arms. You're a true hero, Tygra, and Eorzea is that much the safer for your presence. Pray do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may be relied upon to sow chaos in the realm as such time as they are. The Ascians may be relied upon to sow chaos in this realm until such time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own, and that is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals too will return to plague us again and again and again. And yet, despite all of this, your deeds serve to inspire the people. to give them hope for a better tomorrow. And there is no greater gift. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem an impossible peace. We owe it in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over to our cause in so doing. Our list of enemies has ever been long, but think of the allies with whom we are now blessed. Of the sylphs of Little Solus, who wish not of conflict. Of Alice, who strives to unearth the terrible secrets of the calamity, which we haven't done. And then there is Sid and the Fellowship of Noah, racing to unlock the mysteries of the ancient Alleg that we might be spared the horror of another Ultima weapon. Yeah, been there, done that.
Mm.
Of course, when speaking of our greatest allies, we must not forget those closest to us, by which I mean our fellow scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Asians, and combat it we shall. Okay, I don't know who this is.
Right.
Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming, antecedent. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, I trust it will not inconvenience you unduly if I absent myself for a time. I thought it was Alphanud. Alright, you read.
Alright. It's been Philly.
Yeah. Alphanud, I take it the troubles in New Dawn are no longer require your attention? Okay.
There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. 'Tis to report such that I stand before you now. That, and to speak with you concerning the new organization we discussed. I have a message for you from Ellie. You recall the refugee girl? The one whose parents were missing? They were found unharmed. She wishes me to pass on her thanks to you.
Why, Alphanet, I am to understand that you made this the effort to remember the poor girl's name. I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. Tygra, you have been away from Reverend's Toll for some time now, I believe. Might I suggest that you put the affairs of the realm to one side for the moment and take this opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town? Which reminds me, one of the Doman children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Yozan was his name, I believe. He has some small matter he wished to share with you. Why not oblige him with a visit? It's hard to focus because I got a cat trying to rip my arm off over here.
Yes,
got
Tigger
my controller
is
kind of held sideways in one hand and a comb and brush in the other.
Tigger is very insistent.
Both cats can be when they want to be.
Yes, Tigger probably even more so.
Yeah, she's a very stubborn kitty.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Now she ran off. Okay. Alright, brush down. My hand back. Okay, where are we? Did I take a wrong turn? Yes, I did. I couldn't tell anything because I was cat. Alright, it's in. Okay, she's in here. Alright.
Okay.
I found Yozan.
Alright.
And the other kids.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I already
Ready?
talked to Yozan.
Oh,
Yep. All right. Look, it's
Okay.
Miss. Oh, were you
Guys.
gonna talk to him?
I was reading Yozan, I thought.
Okay. All right. Go on.
Look, it's Mr. Tygra. He's back from his adventures. We heard you were off fighting primals and that they are some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle. Anyway, we all want to be heroes, too, so we finally formed our very own Doman Adventurers Guild to protect all the Domans. Oh, do you think you could train us today, Mr. Tygra? Maybe you could show us how you fought the primals.
What's all this commotion then?
Mr. Boulder and Mr. Colinet? Did you know that Mr. Tygra is back?
Coltent or something.
Coltent?
Yeah.
I guess you'll read Jorge, I guess.
Yeah. So it would seem. Welcome home, Momo. My companion and I had recently became full members of the Scions. I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I am known as Hoary Boulder, and this bookish fellow is Coltonet. Coltonet? Yeah, Coltonet.
Coltonet?
I smell an Ishgardian.
Yep.
Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Dolmen younglings in the art of combat.
I told you, Mr. Boulder, we are not younglings anymore. We are adventurers. And we were just asking Mr. Tygra if he could give us some special training. I think we're ready to hunt monsters alongside him, don't you?
Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordona are still ever so slightly too dangerous for you. I have a counter-proposal. What if I were to cross swords with Momo? A demonstration of skill at arms, if you will.
All right, if I didn't know you better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test your arms against a legend.
Well, mayhap I am. But what matters the motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson? What say you, Momo? Would you consent to spar with me? Oh.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're to have a tournament. Come on, everyone. We must prepare our gear for an outing. Do try not to disappoint them,
Have faith. Have faith, Coltene. Oh, I think it might be the T might be silent. Coltene, I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make this a worthy contest.
I was thinking of it as the word tenant. Coltenet is how I was thinking it.
Coltenet? Okay.
Like the word tenant with cold tenant in front of it. That's how I was thinking it.
Yeah.
I still could be wrong.
Yeah. The fields to the east of town should prove suitable for our purposes. I very much look forward to our bout. Ready then. Guess we'll conclude with this.
Yeah. It's been kind of a quiet trip right now.
Yeah.
enjoy these quiet, peaceful times. They won't last.
No, it won't.
This sort of quiet, relaxing, the world's not burning down on fire and all the other brimstone stuff. It's nice and peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when we get done with these quests. Oh, it's an instance.
Alrighty then.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, wait. We gotta do something.
Yep.
We can't do instances. I wish I would just ignore the party stat.
Yeah.
To us, just treat it like it's not there, and for other people, just treat us as if we're in another zone. That'd be the simplest thing.
Yeah. All right. Ready?
But it don't. Yep.
Okay.
Twas good of you, yeah.
Well, 'twas good of you to agree to this, Momo. I trust you are ready to begin. Do normal for now.
Normal.
Proceed. Very well. Let us not keep the younglings waiting any longer.
Hooray, are you certain you wish to fight him alone? This is Tygra you face.
What better way to test my mettle? Pray, allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, 'twas this hero's legend that led me to join the Scions to begin with. Without Momo to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today.
Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. Hello? You haven't begun yet, have you? I have no idea how to read this. Ah, okay.
Dita, what? Who are all these people?
When I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find, though you could use a crowd to cheer you on. Thought you could use a crowd to cheer you on.
Yes, and there are still more to come. When I mentioned Momo's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. Why, my own popularity seems to be a sickly shade in comparison. You'd best claim victory, bringer of light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake.
Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman.
Well, you can win, Mr. Boulder. We shall soon see. We shall soon see. On your guard.
Such power. Tails barely do you justice. But your boulder won't lose, will he? Not over yet. It's hard to read that quickly. The children have the right of it. It's time to join the fray. On your feet, hooray.
The children have the right of it.
This guy's not doing so well. Oh no, he looks hurt. I must admit defeat was an honor.
You have bested me. I yield. You there?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I was still looking at. My problem was I was over here looking at the screen. Wrong place to look.
Ah.
My bad.
You got Yozon here.
Yeah. That was incredible! He beat them both at the same time! We knew you couldn't lose, Tygra. None of us can defeat the Guardians of Eorzea. Now I see why they send you to deal with the Primals. I have much work to do if I'm ever to attempt the same. He got the clocks clanked. But everyone wanted to see it. Looking at him so interesting.
Impressive as always, Momo. 'Tis ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. And judging by the smiles on these many faces, they, too, appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, that is a most fitting title.
Uh-oh.
Do you recall when first we met? 'Twas all the memorial services for the Battle of Cartano. At the time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reasons why Grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favorable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expended towards their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius and the order he proposed to enforce. The Legatus single-handed military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue Grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. "'Twas you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. 'Twas you who taught me, through countless acts of bravery, that what my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor any single nation. It was the people. these wonderful, oft infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe grandfather's admiration for this inextinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish. A wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. A wish that has now become my own. I too will endeavor to take up the mantle of guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better world. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the scions of the Seventh Dawn alone. No, what is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians is a new, expanded organization that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray, let us continue this discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. And so it begins.
Yep. It's ironic we began with Alphanud tonight and we end with Alphanud tonight.
Yep.
He went from getting his clock cleaned. I think he got smacked harder than people think. I think Dave has some inkling of what's about to happen, though we're done tonight, but
yeah, we'll conclude with this quest.
You want to conclude with this quest? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, finish with this quest.
Alright. But Alphanud is about to cause more trouble than he understands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going to find himself in time having his clock cleaned.
He's going to be greatly, massively
He's going to have some serious
humbled.
Major case of humble pie.
Yeah.
All right. I'm at Alphanud. Let me know when you're here.
All right, I'm here.
Okay.
Thank you for coming, Momo. The world shifts and alters, and we, my friend, must ever be one step ahead of the chaos. As what I propose is the formation of a new organization, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea.
That's it.
Yeah.
We'll get into the details of this tomorrow.
All right, it's 10:11.
Yep.
All right, everybody.
This issue goes a long way into the future.
Yes. This has a big impact on the story for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
This affects everything all the way to Endwalker.
All the way into Endwalker. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this is the beginning of something really huge.
Yep.
Anyway, we are at the end of our today's stream. I want to thank everybody who came on and watched. Nobody in chat again. Once again, but I'm sure some people came on to watch. But we will be back tomorrow. This was Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. And then we got Friday, and then we take off for the weekend.
You know, what surprises me is it feels like we're making faster progress than I would have thought. I wasn't really expecting to be this far. Right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is. Maybe because we're solely focused on the MSQ right now. Maybe that's making it, and that we're doing it, 5 days a week. It just seems like we're moving fairly good for what we're doing. I'm a little surprised, actually.
We took on Ramu, and then,
there were no outstanding events, but mostly just story.
Keeper of the Lake is next, isn't it?
No.
The Chrysalis.
Well, you got a Shiva, you got a Chrysalis, you got a Keeper, and then you got another big instance of some stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot. There is a lot in between here and there.
There's still a ways to go.
Oh yeah, they packed, before they released Heavensward, they packed a lot of content into this game.
And this is the shaved down version.
Yes. This is the shaved down version.
Maybe this is why this is going faster than I'm accustomed to. Because there's just
a lot
so
of the
much shade.
filler has been removed.
Yeah, it would not be this far. We probably wouldn't have even done that little skirmish we just did if we'd had to go through all the old stuff we'd had to go through. Yeah, we'd be several days back given the old content.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've really shaved it up.
All right.
But yeah, we're good for now.
Yep.
We'll get on to Alphanet's little toy, his little project tomorrow.
Yes. The beginnings of it.
Yep.
All right, folks, we will be back tomorrow with more Final Fantasy XIV and showing Dave the story, well, giving him a recap of this because he's seen all this before. And then when we get to Shadowbringers and Endwalker, that's when he has never seen any of it.
At our pace, even I'm picking up little details here and there that I've never paid
attention to. There's foreshadowings of stuff all over the place. And we can't talk about any of it because it's all spoilers.
Some of it's stuff I know, and some of it I don't think I've ever noticed before.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the guy who got shot with the merchant who was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know who did it now.
Ah.
When I saw the guy, I'm like, I know who that is.
Yeah.
I never knew who got him before. And it was foreshadowing. They literally showed you the guy, but you never knew. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh, this early? Okay. Wow. That's foreshadowing, and you never even knew it.
Uh-huh. All right. So we'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central. Yep. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Good night. Say good night, Dave.
Yep, and good night.
All right. See you later.